Hey guys, Andy here, and today we have day number 11 in the 12 days of inventory. This is created over on Instagram by _Kate's collection, and I will leave the infographic right here of all of the days. I'm going just a hair out of order because since I'm so late, I wanted my eyeshadows to be the final day. So today is going to be all lipsticks, liquid lipsticks, bullet lipsticks, all of the sort. So please go look at Kate's Instagram if you want to see her collection. I did see Dub's Beauty Diary do this first here on YouTube. She has completed her collection because she did them in the normal days. So please go check out her channel as well if you want to see her collection numbers. And yeah, if you want to see all of my lipsticks, then stay tuned. Everything I'm wearing will be listed in the description box. And if you like makeup, unboxings, project painting content with a little bit of horror sprinkled in, please consider subscribing as I would love to have you here. And let's get into today's video. Alright, so I went ahead and pulled everything out of my lipstick container, which is this Melissa & Doug. It's a little wooden container. It's for wooden vehicles. I got this. It was going to be thrown into our dumpster, and I was like, I can repurpose this. So that's what I keep my lipsticks in. So they are all next to me, and we're just going to go through. I'm going to swatch everything, smell everything, make sure everything is still up to snuff, and see if we're going to declutter anything. So I have 3 here from Lottie London. I know I'm not getting rid of any of these. I have 2 of the Cheeky Kiss. So I have the shade Just My Type. So these you can use on your cheeks as well as on your lips. And then this one, the lighter shade, is the shade Swipe Right. I haven't even used these on the lips yet. These are new to me, so I'm keeping those. And then I have one from the Vampire Diaries collection. This is the shade Hybrid. This is a pH changing lipstick. So it goes on kind of black, but it changes to pink. And I think it's really pretty. I like the pH color changing lipstick. It's the only one that I have, and I don't need any more. From ZC, this is the shade 923. I love the outer casing of this lipstick. I got this in a mystery box, and I just think that it is a beautiful lipstick. It is magnetic, and it is a really pretty, like, terracotta shade. Doesn't have a smell. I just don't find myself ever reaching for that shade. So, as of right now, I want to keep it, but we'll see. That one's a maybe. From Pink Lips, this is the shade Dream, and this is like a tinted balm. So there's that there. I find that this is a really nice purse lip product. I got that in an Ipsy. From Ulat Cosmetics, this is the shade Guilty Pleasure. This is also a magnetic case, and it's got their branding in the lipstick, which I think is pretty. And this is a satin brown, so it has some shimmer to it, and I absolutely am keeping that. This is from Trixie Cosmetics. It's in the shade Stacy. My best friend gave this to me. It is a hot pink. So I am, of course, keeping this. Beautiful. Then I have one from Kimchi Chic, and this is the shade Blue Pop. And this is a beautiful light blue. I am, of course, keeping that because it's just an interesting shade to my collection. This one is from Glamlite and the Michaela collection. It's a very light nude. And I don't know if I would wear that shade, but it is new to my collection. I got this as a free gift with purchase. So, since I haven't even worn it yet, I do want to keep that. I have 2 liquid lips from the Jeffree Star and Morphe collab. I have the shade Unicorn Blood. Which does still smell good. Which is a beautiful, deep, dark, like brown red. And then I have the shade Leo. Oh, I actually have 3, because I do have 1 down here. I have... So sorry. The shade Leo is like a medium tone brown. Okay. And then I have the shade Mannequin. Which they do still all smell good. If I were to declutter any, it would be Unicorn Blood, because I just don't find myself wearing that shade. But I kind of want to just hate pan these little guys, because they're minis, and I like that I can just pan them. And speaking of, is this the only lip product that I have in our project? I believe so. This is my Pat McGrath Celestial Crimson Ecstasy. It's what's on my lips. It looks way more bright on my hand than it does on my lips, but I, of course, am keeping this. Next, we have some from LA Girl. This is a navy blue in the shade Blue Valentine. That is brand new to my collection, so I'm keeping that. I have an LA Colors matte black, so I will be keeping that. And then I have the LA Girl Prism. Ooh, let me grab that. This is the lipstick palette, so of course I'm keeping this because I just got it. Where to do next? Let's do these little one-offs. Let me move them on over. From Bite Beauty, this is the shade Tannin, which is so similar to that Jeffree Star one that I am going to go ahead and get rid of this. I have from V Cosmetics, this is a liquid lip in the shade Bubbly. Still smells good. Let me swatch that right in the middle there. It's a beautiful dark pink, which I love. I love the shade of pink that is. This is from Half Caked, and it's the shade Bamboo Banga. I just got this recently in an Ipsy. So... haven't tried the formula, but the shade is pretty. So, and it's a nice brown. I do want to swatch all of these melt lipsticks, so I'm going to take a second and get all this off my hands so we can swatch the rest. Alright, so we just have 2 categories left. I went ahead and took my swatches off. I was just cleaning up my bullet lipsticks. So we have Milani and Maybelline. So from Milani, I have 4, and Maybelline, I have 5. So from Milani, I have the shade Tease, which is my very favorite. So let's just make sure that they still look good and smell good. I have the shade Peony. Beautiful. I have the shade Gold, which I just think is so unique to have in a lipstick formula. Absolutely keeping that. And then I have this, it's one of their like lip balms. Oh, you get so much of it. It's in the shade Bitten, and these are so pigmented that I'm never going to wear that, so I'm going to go ahead and declutter that. And then last, we have the Maybelline shades. I have 2 of the Superstay Vinyl inks. So I have the shade Wicked, which is a red. For someone who doesn't wear red lips, I sure do have a lot of them. That's the shade Wicked. I do really like this formula, so when I'm going out and I want to wear a red lip and I don't want it to budge, this is the red lip that I go for. And then this one's new. This is the shade Charged. And this one's like a blackberry lip color. My dummy dum-dum. I also forgot my NYX Lingerie and Naughty Noir. It's just a black. So let me pull these out so I don't forget to add them to my total. And then I have 3 of the Maybelline Super Stay Matte Inks. So this is the shade Ruler, which I used to wear these all the time. I love this formula. So there's the shade Ruler, which compared to everything I've already kept, I feel like I don't need this, and I don't wear this formula anymore. But we'll make those decisions in a moment. I have the shade Philosopher, which is a beautiful light purple. I love wearing that with very light looks, so I definitely want to keep that one because I do love that color. And then I have the shade Fighter, which is a nice nudie brown. So let me make some decisions on the vinyl inks. Let me make some decisions on my red lips, and then I will come back in a moment. I've made some decisions because I swatched some things. So let me talk you through my process. So I swatched this shade, which is the NYX Max Out, the V Cosmetics Bubbly, right here. Obviously, those are very different. But the V Cosmetics Bubbly shade is basically the exact same shade as that Maybelline shade. So since this one's so different, obviously I'm keeping the NYX. These shades are basically the same, as you can tell from the swatch. So I don't need both. And since I don't wear this formula anymore, I do still swear by this. If you really need a long-lasting lipstick, this is really good. But I know I reach for this all the time when I want this shade of pink. So I'm going to keep this and get rid of the Maybelline. Now, when it comes to reds, I did swatch out. So this is the NYX Wife Goals. This is my Pat McGrath. Those are 2 different shades of reds. So I am going to keep both of them because one is a dark red, one is a light red. But because I don't wear red lipstick, as I say because I'm wearing a red lipstick, I'm wearing it because it's in a project. But because I don't wear red lipstick, I'm going to declutter the Morphe and Jeffree Star Unicorn Blood. Because if I'm going to reach for a red this dark, I'm probably going to wear either my espresso like dark brown or a black. I'm probably not going to wear this dark of a red, so I'm going to declutter that. And in a surprise turn of events, even though I love the vinyl ink formula, which is why I bought this blackberry shade, I got this as a free gift, this Wicked shade, and I'm not going to wear this berry pinky red. So I'm going to go ahead and declutter this one too while I can still give it. So because berry pinky reds aren't my shade. So I'm going to go ahead and declutter that one. So, but we're keeping this one because I just got this one and I wanted that. So now the only thing I'm looking at my collection like, one is I think I'm going to give this Melt, I'm going to give it a chance because I did just get this and I don't know if that extra liquid is going to do anything funky on the lips. So I am going to keep this for now. This is my oldest lip left in my collection. So I'm going to go ahead and declutter this and trash this purple shade. This is the shade Philosopher, because I was going to keep it and be like, oh, if I don't use it in the next year, I'll declutter it next year. No, it's old. It's going in the garbage. That is okay. So then I was like, what do I do with this brown? Because it is a nice shade of brown. So I'm going to real quick swatch this against some of my other nudes and see if I want to keep this shade. So 1 second. Okay, so I just swatched out all of my nudes. And this shade here that looks exactly like that shade, this is this Jeffree Star Leo. So now I'm sitting here like, should I just declutter the little mini Jeffree Star Leo shade? Because I've had this one longer. And it would get another little Jeffree Star product out of my collection. Because I used to love this formula. These Maybelline Super Stay Matte Inks. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and declutter the shade Leo. And I'm going to keep the shade Fighter so that I have one of these. So I have one of each Maybelline formula. That is what I'm going to do. So let me go ahead and I'm going to get these swatches off and give you guys a total. And my total is going to be counting the lip palette as, I count the individual pans in my inventory as individual lipsticks. So that's what I'm going to do for this total. So let me count all these up for you and I will be right back. So I have 42 lipsticks and I am decluttering. And I'm decluttering 7 with one of them going to the trash because this guy is older than dirt. So that is my 2023-24 lipstick collection. I hope you guys enjoyed and I will see you in the next one. Bye guys.